Yo, what's going on guys, and welcome back here to another episode on the Hardcore series. We're watching this replay mode at the moment because I forgot to press record on my normal video, but we're going to do it recap style. I see it's kind of like a big thing, and I'm thinking maybe starting to implement it into my normal videos. So if you are excited for this episode, don't hit that like button and subscribe. But yeah, let's just get straight into it. So we started off lighting up this bottom area of our base here and started removing the trees because I'm going to be building a nice farmland down here. So I wanted to clear out all this to see all the work we had that we needed to be done. I went up and killed some endermen because they've just been everywhere around this area. Come back down and finished off clearing the trees and terraforming just a little bit, filling up this kind of back area there just so it's a little bit more even. I like the different terrain. I think it's going to add a lot of interest to the crops fields rather than just being on a flat plain area. It was time to start working on the pathways, so I just laid out a rough kind of idea of where I wanted the paths and the crop fields to go, and I thought while I was building I should go ahead and plant some of the crops as well, so then that way we don't have to wait for them all to be done once I finish the build. And we ended up finishing up most of the crops by the end of this thing, so that was not too bad at all. And then we decided to go some mining because I'm going to need some copper for this build, and I don't have any at all, as you guys probably know. So we cruised down to that mining level and we strip mined for a fair bit, and I got some copper. Now it's time to start on the build itself. I kind of went by this different design. I had kind of an idea in my head of what I wanted to go with. I'm still a little bit unsure. I don't know if it's a little bit too dark at the moment, but I think it turned out pretty cool. We went with a deep slate spruce kind of vibe, and I kind of added some different like variations to the roof and stuff like that as well. I think it added a nice little interest to the inside as well. I wanted it nice and open because it's quite a small building. Added in some details there with the campfire blocks on the windows and trying to finish off this little area as well. Next up, we're working on this little side tower here that's going to hold our windmill itself using the granite, smooth granite, and the brick blocks as well. We just want to go ahead and add a little separation there with some deep slate and then continuing the tower up with some cobble and andesite. I'm going to add a copper dome to this thing, but obviously I didn't have enough, so I come and finish that off in just a moment. And then it was time to start working on the windmill area. I wanted to add two different color wools just to see the different variations. I'm not sure if I'm 100% sold on the red there, but we'll see how it all goes in the end. And that is pretty much the build done. Alrighty guys, I have gone ahead and finished up the build just here. Hopefully the start of this video was alright and explained everything that we're doing. I forgot to press record, so that was stupid of me. So hopefully I figured out how to get the start of this intro. If not, then welcome back to another episode here on our Hardcore series, if you couldn't tell already. There's a few things we have done that I'll show you guys really quickly before we get into the build that I've just completed. This stairway up here, I think I showed it off earlier, but obviously I wasn't recording, so you guys wouldn't have seen this. Gone ahead and added this stairway. I wasn't very happy with the way the ladders were just in here. It looked kind of plain and boring, so I went ahead and added a stairway up here. I think I'm going to do something similar on this side over here leading up to our nether portal sword design there. I've gone ahead and also added a cog on the other side as well. I need a couple more stairs, but again, I am out of copper. It's honestly just the worst thing ever. I'm always out of copper. Everything else you probably would have saw, I almost died to an enderman at the start of this episode, which I don't think it got recorded. Up over that way, it was quite terrifying. I had like 2.5 hearts maybe, and I reckon I was one hit away from dying because they hit hard and it was so scary. We are also on day 89 as well, so we're creeping up to that day 100. Probably next episode we'll crack that. I have something cool in as an idea for that. Something we can do for like every say 100 days or like a milestone like that we can cross. I was thinking of adding like a little idea that I have for that. So coming up this way, we're going to eventually lead the path off up and around here over into our farmland. I've been kind of running out of crops and food and all that stuff. What is this? Is that chicken? There we go. So if we cruise over this way here, I'm going to eventually like redesign this archway and stuff, make it looking all nice. Coming around here, we have our potatoes over here, we have our wheat, we have our carrots, and up there I'm going to be doing some berries as well. So just have some nice variety and cool looking different crops. This is kind of like the form I'm going to be doing around the outside. It's kind of like a barrier, but I don't have enough of the mossy stuff yet. I have to go and make that, but that's not going to be too much work. But yeah, this is the build itself. I think it turned out pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with it. I still need to put a copper cap on the top of it just up there, so it's going to have like a nice copper dome kind of thing, like peeking up to about there kind of deal. I just got to get the copper for it obviously, and that's going to take a fair bit for a lot of blocks there, but that's going to be the idea there, and I'm going to kind of get up and go up that way, so that's going to look a lot nicer, I think, once that's on as well. But for the rest of the design, I think it turned out pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with it. I think maybe the front is a little dark, but I don't know, it turned out pretty cool. I added a nice little bit of detail here with the windows and stuff like that. I tried to really detail it, being it's not so much of a big build. We got our windows here on the tower as well, and I forgot to do that side, so I need to fix that up as well. But coming inside here, we have a nice little design here. We got a nice little carpet area. We got our 2 beds. We got a little bench stuff here. We got some storage up top as well. There we go. I think this building is pretty much done now. So we'll have some villagers in here obviously as well. And I have a back door leading out this way here, because I was thinking either in here we might set up a little like farming trader like hall or something like that, or we can put like say a pumpkin and melon farm inside that. I'm not really sure which way I'm going to go with it. We also do have like underground here as well, so we'll see how it all goes and what exactly happens. But just in this room here, we just got like a nice little storage area, just something like some junk that they chucked in, with a lantern leading upstairs to nothing. But I still need to finish off that cap up there. We might end up putting something up here, maybe like a little loom set up or something like that for the meantime, just so we can get our banner sorted. I have a poll up on like my community board and also like on Twitter and Discord as well, as far as like what we should name this whole area and stuff like that. And so the suggestions were Steam Peak, Steelstrom, Copperhold, Hideland, and Hydrahagen. Now, obviously, because of my name for the last 2, and then the copper because chicken. We are building this like copper kind of steampunky fantasy kind of world. So a lot of people have picked Steam Peak, which I might leave up until next episode. So if anything changes between now and then, if not, Steam Peak, it sounds pretty cool, and I think I have an idea for a banner design as well for that. So let me know down in the comments if you guys are agreeing with that, or you can go vote as well. It's just been up for the last 4 days. It should be my top post as well. If you guys want to check it out, I'll leave it in the description if I can do that as well. Hopefully, you guys didn't miss out on much at the start of the episode, apart from me almost dying, and I went over there and killed a ton of mobs. As you guys can see, that wasn't lit up before, and every time I joined back in the world, you could just see all the mobs inside there. So I decided to go over there and get that sorted. We do have a bow as well now, so it's Unbreaking 2, Power 3, and Punch 2. Other than that, I think I just got maybe a better axe. I don't think I did too much else apart from just went mining and stuff for a while. But yeah, as you can see there, that's where I want to add that copper dome to the top there. I think it's going to look really sick. And I might try and wax it as well, so maybe next episode we can go around hunting for some bees, because I don't want it to change color. Like, I'm fine with the sword changing color. I think that's going to look really cool once it's all changed. This peak here, this cap, to be like a solid copper color to match in with that tower and stuff as well. So but yeah, I think we might go ahead and wrap up the episode just there, guys. I've been working all day on this stuff, so hopefully, again, it all came out, and sorry if it didn't. Yeah, let me know down in the comments if you guys think the recording of this episode was a little bit better too, because Lobby mentioned the other day that it might be like something wrong with my recording settings, so I checked it out, and turns out it was a little bit grainy, and I thought it was just like my bad internet when I watch it online, or like my small software editing stuff. But it all turned out pretty well, and I think I fixed it, so thanks again for the heads up there. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next episode for hopefully 100 days.